Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. We got a bottle of. But before I introduce the bottle, I'll introduce the co-host. We got a bottle of Pelforth Brune. What's the ABV on this, Chris?
It's a 6.5%. Interesting little bottle. Comes in a little 25cl bottle.
Yeah, I like it. It's a little stumpy dumpy, isn't it?
A little half pinter.
Yeah, yeah. There's a bottle cap.
And this comes from, well, we picked these up from the discount supermarket in Cardiff.
Yeah.
There's the price there. So that was £2. So £2 for a little half a pint bottle. It's a bit of an investment, actually. Really, it's not a cheap amount of money for that kind of amount of drink.
No, it's 6.5% ABV.
I don't know what Pelforth is, but there's a picture of a pelican there. I've not heard of these people before.
It's all in French. Is it French on the back?
I think it's French. It says avec sa robe bien samous en tous. I don't know what that means. Says ça veut de caramel et de café. So caramel and coffee issues and a rich double malt. Richesse du double malt.
Right.
It reveals a character of firm force and generosity, I think, from my French, schoolboy French. If you know better than that, then please let me know.
Comment.
Maybe you're French.
Yeah, comment.
Yeah.
I like the start of the bottle. It's a nice little stumpy. Let's get it open. Let's see what we got.
So I don't think this is bottle conditioned from the way this poured out.
I've gone a bit rigorous with the pour on this one. It's a nice, almost amber,
Reddish kind of.
reddish beer. Well, it looks like a brown ale, really, as it mentions on the bottle.
Yeah, it's a broom. Yeah.
It's a 2-finger tan-coloured head. Not much lacing. It's got that slick look about it, where it kind of as soon as you move that head, it kind of slides back down. I suppose there's a little bit of lacing.
Tiny bit.
Look at the aroma on this clear coloured beer.
Smells of brown.
Smells brown. Yeah, that's the best way you can put it. It's very British. It's got a little bit of. It's very malty. It's an extremely.
It's the overriding characteristic. I don't know. There's not much in the way of hops. I don't think.
No, I don't think there's next to any hops in this at all. It's like it's one of them kind of dulled down, malty, not much aroma, but 6.5%.
It's almost like you'd expect from a mild in this country, but with a 6.5% kind of flag waving at the top of it.
Yeah. It's like it's got that mild aroma to it. But I mean, back in the day, I'm sure mild would have been the way.
It's not a porter, it's not a stout. It's that kind of slightly continental feel.
Now, if it was a Belgian brown, then you'd have a lot of that characteristic of that Belgian yeast, that banana-y,
estery,
carbonated, but it's got none of that. Taste?
Yeah.
Should we taste this one? Cheers.
Tastes of brown.
Tastes brown. Yeah. Tastes brown.
This feels like a beer from the 1950s. There's not much to redeem this beer. There's a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of carbonation in there just to fuzz it around. But
can I stop you there and can I mention we did a beer review about a month or so back of a Dogfish Head and a Wells and Young's beer. It's called DNA. And Chris made a rather famous comment in that, where he had about 5 or 6 replies saying, I could almost taste the headache coming. That had about 5 or 6 replies. People were like, oh my god, yeah, I've had that in a beer, not been able to explain it until now. And ever since then I've thought, I want to put that in my mind, I want to plant that in my mind and never forget it. Now this would be one of those beers for me that I can almost taste the headache coming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm coming from?
I think there's a reason this is sold in little half-pint bottles, and cutesy as they are. Why have you done this? Why is there a double malt bill? Because I've had like the double malt bill with the what's that lovely one? It's an Italian one with the Malawian sugarcane in it and stuff like that. You know, that's nice. That's great. This is just a bit cack. Why is it in a little half-pint? Well, not even quite a half-pint bottle.
There's not much aroma. It's a little bit slicky in the glass. I think you get that slickness when that the lacing slides back down into the head very quickly.
Now, let's be fair. I've done a little bit of research into this beer because I bought it a few weeks back. I gave someone a bottle and I said, look, if you're going to do it blind. Have a think. See what you think. I think we've both. I know that I've tasted it before. I think we've both been honest enough. I don't think I've led you on this at all. This beer is a Heineken beer.
Yeah. And it's a shame. I've had many conversations with people on Facebook. In fact, one yesterday where somebody sent me a picture of a beer that was great in the 1970s. It was taken over by Carlsberg. Not Heineken, but Carlsberg. And it was absolutely ruined to the day, it was just a nothing stout. But back in the day, in the 70s, it was a well-renowned beer. And this is what I expect from this. It goes back from 1921. I imagine back in 1921, this beer would have been absolutely fantastic. It would have been a proper French version, or it might be Belgium.
Belgium, whatever, yeah.
It would have been a lovely estery, Belgium yeasty.
It's been reduced to a lowest common denominator, whatever it was before.
Yeah.
This just isn't nice.
No, and again, I'm going to post a review in the next couple of days of a beer I bought with Chris, a hobo beer. It was a Czech lager. We had a conversation about this in Cardiff, where it was 51% owned by Carlsberg, a brewery in the Czech Republic. So they kind of put this beer together in containers, shipped it to the UK, opened up a new brewery called Hobo Beer and Company, and sold it as a craft Czech lager.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it because it's law that it's only 51% that they don't have to put the word Carlsberg? This again, there's nothing to say that this is a Carlsberg. Sorry, my apologies, Heineken beer. But if you're a beer lover and you're a beer taster and you've judged in a certain number of competitions, you will know, as Chris does and as I do,
you can taste when it's been boiled down to the cheapest way you can make a beer. That's what it tastes like. So I felt your recipe. I've had a go on it. It'd be like somebody tasting, I don't know, even like Punk IPA and saying, I can do that beer, but I can do it. I'll make this beer with just Brown Cross hops.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad hop. Don't get a bad thing bad, but you need New World hops for that beer.
Yes.
You can't make it without.
And again, praising Chris here for his DNA review. We had a lot of comments where he mentioned, I can taste the headache coming. I can taste the headache coming with this beer. I certainly can. Even a Belgian brown wouldn't be that clear. It wouldn't have that clarity. It would have a yeast sediment on the bottom. It would be slightly cloudy. It would have a lot more carbonation. You've tasted Belgian beers. The carbonation is roaring from a Brune, from St. Filian or
Pirate or whatever.
Pirate. It's rushing. The carbonation is absolutely rushing.
Right, it's a French beer. I expect better. And what I really don't like is this. Not a single mention of of a big brewery on this label, not anywhere. Right, what you won't see anywhere is that.
Never mind about that.
What you won't see anywhere is the fact that Heineken own this, and that's that's rude.
But this is where, if you watch it from Heineken, I hope you get to watch this review. This is where you're getting a little bit unstuck, because perhaps 10, 15 years ago, there was maybe 0.5% of the population that knew anything about beer. This day and age,
you all know about it.
You all know about beer. You're going to try this and you're going to know straight away what this is. And you're going to point the finger at one of them large breweries. And it would be easier and better for you to just put Heineken on the back of you rather than just trying to...
Yeah.
It's almost deceitful.
If you said this is Heineken's brown beer, it's easy to drink.
Yeah.
It's not going to cause you any trouble. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Do it. The same way we all buy little stubbies from Tesco or whatever, you know. Everybody does.
Of course we do.
Everyone has a little cheap stubby from Tesco's.
Yeah.
But what you don't want to do is buy something that's nice and it turns out it's not.
No.
£2 a bottle? No. I could buy 24 of them for a tenner from Tesco.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole point of it. It's Heineken hiding behind an established brand from yesteryear.
Well, it's them being a thief. You're a thief.
Yeah. You're a thief. And it's very deceitful. It's a deceitful way of brewing beer. Rating, Chris, on the Pelforth Brune?
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. I'm going to join you on a 2 out of 10. Absolutely perfect. Thanks for joining me. Put your comments in the comments box. I'd be interested to know, some people, you might be in your, you might be in your 60s, your 70s. You might know how this beer tasted before it was taken over. It may not be that you're 60 or 70. It may be that you're in your 40s or 50s. Yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just looking for answers. I'm just looking to see that how good this beer was when it was owned by Pelforth.
Whoever it was in France.
Yeah, whoever it was in 1921. So put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews and cheers.